Good evening, good people. It's a beautiful day, July 19th, 2023, with me, MP Ajay Manu, live from Approved TV Newsroom, Accra, Ghana. And I am here to bring you all the fresh and latest news from all over the world. Here is the headlines for today. Violent protests in Kenya continue in opposition to rising cost of living. Zimbabwe opposition turns to door-to-door campaigns. Comprehensive sex education remains controversial in the Philippines. Stay live for the news details. Only here when I come back. You are watching Approved TV News. Welcome back. Violent protests in Kenya continue in opposition to rising cost of living.
Protesters clashed with Kenyan police on Wednesday at the start of 3 days of protests that President William Ruto said would not be allowed to happen. Demonstrators, angry at high costs of living and tax hikes, hurled rocks at security forces who responded with tear gas. 2 water cannon trucks and dozens of riot police were stationed at the entrance to Kibra neighbourhood in the capital Nairobi. Inside, tyres were burned amid running street battles. The opposition Azimio la Umoja party called for the protests in part because of tax hikes enacted last month by Ruto's government. 2 previous rounds of protests earlier this month saw at least 15 people killed and hundreds arrested. Police had fired tear gas and, in some cases, live rounds. Ruto was elected last August on promises that he would champion the interests of the poor. But prices for basic commodities have risen. Ruto's levies on fuel and housing are needed, his government argues, to help with growing debt repayments and to fund job creation initiatives.
For we believe strongly that every hustle matters.
A private sector lobby group has said that the protests have cost the economy more than $20 million per day. Civic leaders have warned about sporadic incidents of apparently ethnic-based violence.
Zimbabwe opposition turns to door-to-door campaign.
Members of Zimbabwe's main opposition party, the Citizens Coalition for Change, or CCC, stamp door-to-door for their leader Nelson Chamisa in a Harare suburb. They tell voter Tapiwa Mashamba where his polling station will be on election day, August 23. He says their meeting was important.
I didn't know my polling station. Plus I didn't know how to check my polling station in the phone. They told me, and it was very important. Now I know how to check my polling station. I can also tell someone how to check their polling station.
CCC members say they started going door to door after police refused to approve most of their rallies. One of the campaigners is Denford Ngadziore, who is seeking re-election as a Harare City Councillor. He says the new strategy is actually yielding better results than rallies that require police clearance, which party members say is hard to come by.
You need to get approval from the police if you are more than 15. And currently we are doing this program. We are 14 people. We are engaging voters in the group of 3, going into each and every street, house by house, person to person. So it's very effective, more than a rally.
Police refute accusations they are blocking CCC rallies. They say the CCC has applied for 347 rallies since January, and fewer than 50 have been turned down for security concerns or other reasons. Police say the ruling ZANU-PF party has asked for permission to hold about 1,400 rallies, and more than 85 have been turned down.
We are maintaining registers, including for those turned down, for those approved. So we would want people who raise allegations to justify not to speak because they just want to justify whatever they failed to do, but to have facts, and facts where if they are alleging something against the police, facts which can be proven.
While the opposition party tests the new door-to-door campaign strategy, police are asking parties to tell the truth so the electoral process earns the credibility it deserves. Columbus Mavungam, for VOA News, Harare, Zimbabwe.